banks, because central banks are having some difficulties of their own. And that's why I think a gold revaluation is still
today about $30 trillion worth of advised wealth that we hope the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, the uplisting of GBTC will allow for that opportunity and for those investors to partake in it as well.
So they said they had some kind of a ban. Now they're loosening it. I'm sure that's because BlackRock and others called them and said, we're ready to spend millions on advertising on Google.
We're in war. Elizabeth Warren just initiated that bill. It bans Bitcoin in the United States.
Well, so in essence, banks were the leading cause of a lot of these frauds. And yet at the same time, they're not asking to take out banks. They're asking.
But I think that it's really critical that we get past where's the safe place to do crypto, which I hope is soon, because there's 8 billion people on the planet and about 70% of them have mobile cell phone access, and digital assets enable the financialization of the internet.
Sum up what he's saying, he basically says we're very close to a financial collapse. He looks at what's been done to interest rates, where they are now, and the scale of insolvencies that are being covered up. He says there's a big hidden hand injecting lots of created money into financial markets. And
between now and year end, so there's basically about 2 weeks left, I'm telling you, a historic financial event is about to manifest. So yes, I do believe that before year end, in other words, in the month of December, we're expected to see a historic financial event.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. We got Darren Walsh in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. Stuffing some baggies. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up. Because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed. Full throttle. Into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.72 trillion, up about 0.2%. In the past 24 hours, we got the total cryptocurrency trading volume in the last day right around 87.2 billion. We had XRP in that number, 6th spot, right around 61 cents, down about 1.2 in the past 24. BTC 43,597. We got ETH right around 2,229. We got XDC right around 0.048. Flare Networks 0.0169. We got Songbird 009 XAH right around 21 cents. We got one from Charles Gasparino to kick things off. Scoop, the SEC Gov is having what's described as a rare joint conference call with the prospective spot BTF ETF filers as a closely watched decision looms on whether to give these COS the green lights to sell the small investor access to crypto. Fox Business reported yesterday the decision is coming by January 10th. Story developing. We got one from Flip the Chain. Ledger has decided to compensate the entire $600,000 amount for the security incident that happened on the 14th of December. The compensation will be given by February 2024. One of the affected companies shared what happened. They say we're 100% focused on following up to last week's security incident, making sure incidents like this are prevented in the future and that the ecosystem remains safe. We got Black Swan capitalists. Central banks continue to buy gold at record highs, setting the stage for a potential gold reevaluation. Central banks continue to adopt RippleNet's distributed ledger technology, setting the stage for intersection between blockchain and gold in the context of tokenization.
We've seen central bank presidents in Europe explaining how they might be able to use gold revaluation accounts to strengthen the balance sheet of central banks, because central banks are having some difficulties of their own. And that's why I think a gold revaluation is still in the cards.
We got Hugo Filion says, I've seen a lot of Salana versus XRP discourse today. Solana has done a blindingly good job at recovering from the technical issues and backing issues of SBF FTX. But a reminder that there are people working hard on building to give BTC, XRP, and other non-smart contract tokens additional utility. We got Watcher Guru Justin Grayscale CEO says spot Bitcoin ETF approval would unlock $30 trillion worth of advised wealth.
Saw from, it was as low as 17,000 this year.
Sure. Well, Joe, I'm not one to make price predictions, but I do think there is a lot of optimism again in the market. I think a lot of investors are adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. And when we look ahead to the hopeful approval for spot Bitcoin ETFs, it really is going to unlock the opportunity to a part of the investment community that, for better or worse, but I would say for worse, has unfortunately been locked out of the opportunity to participate in having Bitcoin exposure in their portfolios. So we're really talking about the advised market here in the US, which is today about $30 trillion worth of advised wealth that we hope the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, the uplisting of GBTC, will allow for that opportunity and for those investors to partake in it as well.
Trillions of dollars ready to flow through cryptocurrencies, distributed ledger technologies, digital assets like XRP hidden in plain sight. We got XRP drops. This is going to be a marketing war, I think, like we've never seen before.
I said, they're all launching at the same time. So this is going to be a marketing war, I think, like we've never seen. I just saw Google loosen the rules on advertising on Google because of this. So they said that now they had some kind of a ban. Now they're loosening it. If you are a structured fund or something, you are allowed to advertise. That I'm sure that's because BlackRock and others called them and said, we're ready to spend millions on advertising on Google. That's my guess.
Mass adoption institutions are on their way to pump our bags up. Pump our bags up. We got one from Thinking Crypto, Tony Edwards. There's a settlement between Ripple and the SEC still on the table. How does Elizabeth Warren's attack on crypto impact settlement talks?
But potentially a settlement could be in the works. That's still on the table?
We're in war. Elizabeth Warren just initiated that bill. It bans Bitcoin in the United States. It says that validating nodes have to comply with anti-money laundering policy. Software code with nodes out there in the world have to, how do you know your customer if you're validating a transaction on a decentralized ledger? You can't. So that's why it's a de facto ban. Is the SEC going to say, okay, well, let's come to grips and agree that XRP sold on exchanges is not a security, but Cardano is? I don't see it. The only thing that I see causing the settlement is if Coinbase wins their motion to dismiss. Otherwise, it's still a war, man. We're in the middle of a war.
Coming for them baggies. They want you out by any means necessary. Check out the full interview over on Thinking Crypto, Tony Edwards' channel on YouTube. You got Linda P. Jones, great point. The check fraud at the banks is massive. Where is Senator Warren's bill to stop this fraud? Exposing the crypto ban bill.
According to the Federal Trade Commission in 2022, over 53,000 people reported losing over 1.4 billion in crypto scams. This, of course, is talking about pretty much our senior citizens. Now, the question is this true? And I think that's the factor that you have to play into this. So if you continue to look down at some of the data. All right, so in this report, further in this report, the Consumer Sentinel reports, this is about older adults, basically 44% of fraud reports filed in 2022. No mention of crypto. All of this is about 1.6 billion, but not in crypto and cash. So if you look, or potentially cash, you look over further in some of the reports here, 2021, this is when crypto was at its heyday. Through March 31, 2022, about 1.1 billion was reported to the FTC as a lost fraud originated on social media. Other than that, 39% was reported as paid using cryptocurrency. And then what was following that? Bank transfers, 20%. And then wire transfers, 9%. So 29% for banks. And then another 8% that did not indicate payment methods, probably banks as well. So in essence, banks were the leading cause of a lot of these frauds. And yet at the same time, they're not asking to take out banks. They're asking to reduce the exposure on crypto. I want to go to a couple more clips here. This is the ABA on
BYOB. Be your own bank. Wait till they get a HODL. That HODL. Got one from Cyprus. We can bring the digital assets to every person on the planet once we have regulations. Talk about how early we are, would you?
I think, as was mentioned in the report, we will get there soon, I hope, in the United States. And I think that will create a massive opportunity for growth. I think that regulation's important to kind of prevent this fear of you're going to go to jail or you're going to get this wrong or you're going to get fined, right? But I think that it's really critical that we get past where's the safe place to do crypto, which I hope is soon, because there's 8 billion people on the planet and about 70% of them have mobile cell phone access, and digital assets enable the financialization of the internet. And we can bring financial services and digital assets to every single person on the planet that has a phone, and that's going to transcend local regulation. So I think that the key is let's get the regulation in place so we can all build businesses and create economic value globally. Before I throw it to the panel, what Sean's
know what you hold? We got one from ITM Trading. Daniela gets Willem's take on the trending doc, The Great Taking. Does he agree that a financial collapse is now imminent?
Of The Great Taking. It's a book by David Webb. He wrote it a few months ago. Now he has a documentary out on it. But it basically says we already own nothing, right? And he's a former Wall Street insider, so it's not just someone writing this book. Like, he's someone that was once in the know. And if I had to sum up what he's saying, he basically says we're very close to a financial collapse. He looks at what's been done to interest rates, where they are now, and the scale of insolvencies that are being covered up. He says there's a big hidden hand injecting lots of created money into financial markets, and that's basically what's preventing the markets from collapsing. And he also says that institutions believe they have downside risk by buying protection in the derivatives market. So all this is basically what's keeping the market afloat. Now, I know some people were afraid to approach talking about this book, but I mean,
I'm not afraid.
Not so far-fetched, right? What he's saying.
Place your bets now, hedge against the system with those utility coins they don't want you with, like
XRP, no more middlemen.
We got one from Gold 2020, Bo Polony forecast warning, expect this before the year end.
First off, let's start off on January of this past year when we did an interview, and then 2 or 3 interviews after that this year, the year 2023. Consistently, we have repeated, or I've repeated on your show, watch the month of December. Okay, so that's been like all across all the podcasts we have done. So it's always been watch the month of December.
You think it's coming. This is part of, if you look at the news, it's like, wow, that's awful. And nobody's reporting it. But you think that the end of this year is going to be the tipping point for the first quarter of 24. We're going to get a whacking at the end of 2023.
The cycle charts that God revealed to me years ago is predicted 4 market crashes to the exact month. Okay. So regardless of what the markets are doing right now, I still expect between now and year end, so there's basically about 2 weeks left, I'm telling you a historic financial event is about to manifest. So yes, I do believe that before year end, in other words, in the month of December, we're expected to see a historic financial event manifest on this world. And you do not want to miss this entire interview.
Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Are we set up like we were in the previous 2020 halving cycle when we had this COV crash, last scare crash before this bull run popped off at around 4,000% of the total cryptocurrency market cap? Are we set up just like we were in the previous cycle with the halving date coming up in April? Previous one was in May. We got one coming up April 2024 right around the corner. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Are we going to have a crash before we continue to blast? We got 123 days until the next BTC halving cycle. As you can see here, last one was May 11th, 2020. Tommy Stacker says somebody just transferred 63 Bitcoin for $195. That's 3 million's worth. Coins Kid says, yeah, but you can do exactly this 1,000 times faster or 1,000 times less using XRP. Know what you hold? We got another one from Coins Kid. They say they come in threes. Dow Bear Market, I expected a new all-time high. Check. SP 500 Bear Market, I'm still expecting that all-time high. Bitcoin Bear Market, I'm still expecting that all-time high. 1 down, 2 to go. We got one from Jack the Rippler. Boom, a new XRP glitch has been identified on CoinMarketCap. $1,919 XRP. From glitches in the riches, we're gonna be rich as glitch. Ho ho ho. Merry, merry crypto glitchmas. And a glitchy new year. We got one from James Crypto Space. XRP Monthly is headed towards the grand 5th wave. Note how wave 1, 20 weeks extended into the 40 plus weeks of wave 3. Following this trend, we might see 60 weeks wave 5, which places the super cycle top on April 2024 with a target price of around $5, $13 XRP. We got one from Crypto Bull 2020. Holding XRP is like Noah building the ark. You buy, you wait forever. Everyone makes fun of you. Then you have 40 days where everyone wonders why they didn't listen. Don't get left behind. Load up while you still have some time. The longer they take, the higher we climb. We got one from John Deaton. Takes 10 seconds. I sign it. Petition. Stop the crypto ban. Links will be down below. We got 6,852 signatures. Stop the crypto ban. Drain the swamp. Be the standard. And last but not least, we got one from Ripple. In 2024, crypto will break the speculative hype cycle and go into that utility pump cycle that have defined the booms and busts for the industry since Bitcoin's invention. Before the next crypto summer, we as an industry will break the cycle by paving the foundation for real world utility at scale. BTC who, ETH who, which entails solving for compliance, usability, and integration with the existing systems. The biggest breakthrough in 2024 will be pioneering compliance for the decentralized finance. All the money, all the value, faster, cheaper, more efficient. No more middleman snatching up the fees. Send money anywhere around the world instantly, 24/7, 365. XRP money never sleeps. All we want for Christmas is some more of that X. See you at the tippy top. Where will you be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later, glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likies for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD. Buy up those bags and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. We'll catch you up here, top floor, on the mothership 589 for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank. Peace out, crypto ghost. Later, glitches.
Whipping in a Tesla, suicide doors. It don't got no roof and it don't got no floors. We floating in space, this a moon tour. Please buckle up, we about to floor so high in the sky. You don't want more, most praises to the high. Most high Lord, disappeared like a ghost, floating like an orb. Only headed up, only headed north. I see you on the ground, now I'm way past the storm. I didn't lost count, I didn't keep score, but you see them rockets. It's a heat torch, I'm sorry that you missed it, you ain't on board. She want my bags now, hey, she want my bags now.